All right, I got a fun one for you today. Weight loss myths. Let's knock them out real quick. Here are just a few of them. Fat does not make you fat. Some of you guys are way too young to remember that trend, the fat makes you fat trend from a guru back in the 90s. I date myself. And you would think, oh, fat makes me fat, so you buy low-fat food, but that's not true. There are many healthy fats out there. Calories make you fat. They just do. Calories are units of energy, right? And when we eat too many calories, we store them as fat. So there are plenty of really healthy fats. If you consume too much fat, then yes, you'll be eating too many calories. And as I've mentioned before, no matter how healthy the fat or how unhealthy the fat is 9 calories a gram, where carbohydrates and protein are 4 calories a gram. So the key is that you can eat what looks like less when it comes to fat, but it's actually more calorically because it's so energy dense. But fat in itself does not make you fat. Which brings me to carbs. Carbs don't make you fat either. Calories make you fat. Now, let's take these two things and talk about calories, because people get super pissed about this one and they're like, well, calories are not created equal. Yes, they are. Calories are created equal. The nutrients in the food is what's not created equal. And it is true that crap food can have a negative impact on your metabolism. Over time, it can make your base metabolic rate lower, and it can make you hungrier when you eat garbage food. So you eat garbage carbohydrates, and it can trigger you to still be hungry, to eat more food. This is how, you eat garbage carbohydrates, you release too much insulin, we can become insulin resistant, which is becoming pre-diabetic or developing type 2 diabetes over time. These things are bad for you, but carbs don't make you fat. Fat doesn't make you fat. You want to avoid bad processed carbs like refined grains, refined sugars, processed grains and sugars, white stuff, white flour, white sugar, because it is bad for you. And yes, over time, it can cause you to eat more, and it can trigger certain hormonal shifts, as I mentioned, that can lower your metabolic rate over a long period of time, but not even significantly enough to have that dramatic of an impact. And a perfect example is going to be the Twinkie diet, which I have referenced many times, and you can Google it. And this was a study done by a nutrition professor who consumed only foods that you can find in a food desert. Again, I forget, I think it was like 6 weeks to 8 weeks, and he still lost 27 pounds by simply eating less and moving more. Which brings me to another myth. And that is that you can lose weight without exercise. You can, but it's glacial. So there's so much talk about the perfect diet, and people love to pinpoint why different diets don't work. Oh, calorie counting doesn't work. It does work. The issue is that exercise is going to put more energy out. You're gonna burn more calories over the course of your day. So quick example, if I'm really restricting my calories and I'm eating like 12 to 1400 calories a day, but I'm not exercising. I'm a little person, right? I'm gonna burn 1300 calories a day without moving at all. And when I do move, if I'm not working out, maybe 1500 through my daily activity. Well, if I'm eating 1400 calories and I'm burning 1500 calories without training, I've only lost 100 calories. And while people love to crap all over this equation, the math really does work out pretty darn well. And you gotta burn about 3,500 calories to lose 1 pound. I'm pretty damn good at it. You've seen me take weight off of people for years and years and years, and I can calculate it pretty much down to the calorie. I mean, I won weigh-in after weigh-in because I would calculate weight loss. It's that simple. We can talk about lasting weight loss and all of that, but the math does work out. So you can jump on this diet and that diet and this diet, and you'll be discouraged because the results will be very slow unless you're incorporating exercise. Now, the great news is you're no longer going to be gaining weight, but your results will be slow. Another weight loss myth is that hot workouts are sweating your brains off. Brains off? Your brains out, sweating like crazy. I really want to say sweating your balls off, but then I said no, so I switched it to brains, and then it didn't make any sense. So sweating a lot does not mean you're losing more weight. It just means your body is trying to cool itself. Hot workouts do not only not burn more fat or calories. They also do not detox the body. Both lies, myths, total fallacies. And in fact, if you love it, drink a hell of a lot of water. Make sure you hydrate. But they're actually counterintuitive because you have less intense of a workout. You're perceiving the intensity because you're hot, but it's not coming through physical exertion, right? Through the intensity of your movement or the contraction, the muscle contraction, essentially, right? You're not pushing more weight or running faster. You're just freaking hot. So your workout is actually less efficient because you can't work out as intensely, which burns less calories during the workout, less calories over time, conditions you more slowly, and dehydrates you, which actually helps you lose weight because it helps support your metabolism. So hot workouts are not the way forward. Late night eating does not make you gain weight. There's a lot of talk about, I can't even remember what we're calling it now, the circadian diet, I think, the intermittent fasting, all these different 5-2, 8-16, 12 and 8, all these different hours, 12-12 that people are eating, not eating. We can have that conversation when it comes to health. There's a lot of different research about when I eat less often throughout the day, I feel sharper. Personally, I do not feel sharper, but there's a lot of research out there that shows longer windows during the day where we don't eat, overnight is ideal so that you're not getting overly hungry and end up overeating. An overnight intermittent fast can help with all kinds of stuff, immunity, anti-aging, and so on. But it doesn't actually have anything to do with weight loss. So every study that I personally have ever read has shown that the timing of your meals is irrelevant. It's the amount in which you're eating. And the timing of your meals can affect how much you're eating, and that's the only reason it's relevant. So if you're going to the fridge for a late night snack, then that generally means you're having more calories, right? Second dinner, another snack, and those calories add up. But if you consumed the same amount of calories over the course of your day or once a day, it wouldn't impact your weight differently. It can impact your hunger. So if you're skipping meals throughout the day, it can cause you to overeat when you finally do eat, which is why this is something you got to be careful with, because when you go long periods without eating, it can actually make you gain weight, because when you do eat, you might be overly hungry and then subsequently overeat. But late night eating, while not good for your overall health and wellness, won't be the thing that impacts your waistline. And then I had this all pulled up because I wanted to read you this thing on Healthline, actually, about how eating less and moving more is a weight loss myth, which really pissed me off, but it's my girlfriend's phone and it's locked now and I can't unlock it. You think she'd give me her password? She hasn't given it to me yet. Anyway, it's because I'm shooting with my phone. Healthline, shame on you. It's yes, eating less and moving more is how you safely and sustainably lose weight. And then they went on to say, that's like telling somebody who's depressed to cheer up. No, that's a different conversation. We can discuss why eating less and moving more is difficult. That's a psychological issue. And yeah, if you are morbidly obese or you utilize food as a coping mechanism, then you will want to get help and support to change your behaviors and manage the emotions that go along with why you're overeating. But eating less and moving more will allow you to lose weight. It's not a myth, and shame on you because you think it's popular. Go screw yourself. Tell someone that if they're struggling with eating less and moving more to get the psychological help, but don't tell them that's not the science, because it is. I hate when people do that because it's politically correct. For real, dude, stop with the virtue signaling. I can't. It doesn't help anyone. Okay, team, don't forget, I created this channel just for you guys. So click like, subscribe, and let me know what you want to hear more about. If it's diet, fitness, wellness, mindfulness, I'm here for you. So give me your feedback.